We weren't live? That's better.
So it's a 30-second countdown, and I try to time it out so no one's have to wait for 30 seconds. And then I clicked it at 15. It was just going and going and going. And then it didn't go. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Comics and Crypto, your source for everything collectible. We have a lot of fun topics today. We're going to answer a lot of questions. We're going to talk about Marvel burning all their collectibles on VeVe.
Yeah.
Just like the witches of Salem, we are going to be burned at the stake. Is it too soon? Too soon?
Too soon, Sean. Too soon, man.
We're the Halloween spirit. I don't know. I thought I'd say something like that.
Have you ever been to Salem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to go. I want to go there.
Dude, it was awesome. It's such a cool town.
It is.
And actually, I went to the house that was they filmed Hocus Pocus.
Oh, did you go to the
dude? So it was a super special experience. So I went, and what was really cool about it, there was this really kind old woman that was sitting on the deck, and I just went up to her. I was just like, "Hello, Miss Lady. I'm a huge fan of Hocus Pocus. Is this your house?" She's like, "Yeah, it's my family's house. We lived here for
like, yeah, you look gay."
She's the one that said, "Come sit with me. Come sit." So I sat with her. We talked about Hocus Pocus. They filmed only the exterior shots, all the interior shots from studios. But she said it was an incredible experience. The producers were so wonderful. So a lot of the kids, a lot of the extras throughout the movie were actually family members of theirs, the friends. Exactly. She said, "Oh, I remember it was that black cat just running around, click, 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 click." Like you had the trainers, click, 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 and the cat was just like, just all over the place. She said, "I was blown away how that cat was so spot on with all the movements." What's cool is that the producers actually was pretty close to the family, and they came back, I think, like a year later, and they actually gave the family the painting that was in the film of the lighthouse. She said it's still inside the house today. I said, "No way, prove it." No, I didn't say that.
I might come in real quick
in your house.
Yeah, but seriously, one of the most iconic film. I mean, I don't really think they had an idea of what the film was going to be like at the time, how big of an impact it was going to make for generations. And it's easily classic horror. Yeah, one of the most classic Halloween films of all time.
Yeah,
for family specifically. Yeah.
Salem is such a fun town.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been watching on TikTok the guy who does the voice of the cat of Zachary Binks.
Oh yeah,
he just recently did a tour in Salem where they shot all this stuff in the films, like you were talking. Wow. Go around with these people talking about it. He's like, "Yeah, nobody thought this movie was going to be good. Nobody thought this was going to be good. They were like, we all thought this was ridiculous, and yet it became a cult classic. It's amazing."
That's so cool.
Like sometimes you don't have that observation. You're like making something thinking, it's nothing. And then other people just love it to death. I like Hocus Pocus. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, love that movie. Yeah, we used to go like in college, we would go to Salem like on Halloween. It's like always just like a big like, everybody dresses up and just bar crawls. And you get like a party bus to and from Boston. It was really fun.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool. So you know pretty intimately.
Yeah, I've been there probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have a really exciting episode today, as mentioned earlier. But first, let's give some shout outs. Of course, Stan the Man. Thank you so much for your appreciate you. We're going to definitely answer your questions and everyone else's questions after we go through the updates, including this one. What's up, Slider? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Tammy. What's up, Tammy? Good to see you.
Thinking about trying to make a trip out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it this year, but it's super, super cool that everyone's down to meet up. Like they're organizing their own, because VeVe's not going to be there this year, but they're organizing a meetup, and that's so awesome. And when they do eventually go back, and especially if it's in Vegas, my goodness, it's just going to happen in the best way possible, especially during Halloween. Oh, Millie, what's up, buddy? Yeah, from Toronto.
Yeah.
All right. We have a giveaway going on right now. It ends tomorrow, so make sure to get involved if you haven't done so already. We have partnered with 24/7 Comics, Candy Digital, Elite Comics 11, and VeVe to give away over $1,000 in prizes. You can check out all the prizes in the link. Go to our Twitter account or in the details below, and you can get involved. Yeah, get involved in this giveaway. It's really cool.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in this one, honestly.
Yeah. You got
Really
signed comics from Jim Lee, got digital collectibles. Evermind 9.8 comic. You have some really cool stuff in here. So make sure you get involved in it. Ends tomorrow, guys. So get involved. Get involved. The Otani Baseball we talked about previously. Wow. I mean, so for context, the guy who ended up getting this ball is represents the 50-50 club. So Shohei Ohtani, who's, by the way, the Dodgers are 3-0 in the World Series right now. They're about to potentially sweep. They're playing tonight. If they go 4-0, my gosh. This baseball was the guy who got the baseball. So the ball represents 50 home runs, and also Ohtani already achieved 50 stolen bases. He's the first player in baseball history, to achieve 50-50. There's a very small 40-40 club, but he was the first to do 50-50, which is crazy. When he got the ball, he was brought by security to the Dodgers, their office, and they offered $300,000 for the ball. He respectfully declined. We talked about it on the podcast. I said the two things are going to happen. He's either going to sell it for a private sale over $1 million, or they're going to go to Golden Auctions. And sure enough, it was up on Golden Auctions a couple days later, and it ended up selling for $4.392 million. Wow.
Wow.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
This is exciting because this is the kind of stuff that when people now know the value of this stuff, they're educated. You have Golden Show on Netflix. There's been a lot of collectibles that have come on the show because people are starting to realize the value of this stuff. Like there was a woman actually in the Bay Area. She was a teacher at what high school was it? Sarah High School. So it's a high school not too far from where I live. And she was Tom Brady's teacher. And she had a yearbook that Tom Brady signed a signature in. Apparently, it's one of the earliest signatures of Tom Brady, and it sold for thousands.
Yeah.
So she's like, I bet it's worth something. I'm going to throw it up on Golden because I watched the show. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. People can say what they want about the accuracy, but at the end of the day, they are educating people about the collectible space, the spreading awareness. They're doing a phenomenal job marketing. So big shout out to the Golden Auctions team for everything that they do.
Yeah,
man,
it's great hanging out with them at New York Comic Con.
Oh yeah, and they're awesome. Like they really are awesome guys. Yeah, like Dave and Ryan, those guys are freaking awesome. They're exactly how you see them on the show. They are actually like that in real life. They're super awesome, friendly, easy to talk to. Yeah, it was fun. It was funny too because actually we were wearing the VeVe hat, and they're like, "Oh, God, it's VeVe, okay." And I said, "Do you know about VeVe?" And they said, "Well, we've had a bunch of people come up to our booth and talk about it."
Yeah,
a bunch of people.
Really?
Like, VeVe, you got to get on VeVe. We're like, whoa, calm down, man. We didn't know whether to sign up for the app or pull out the pepper spray, but and I laughed. I said,
both pepper spray.
They're so excited about this app and the digital collectible space, and you should definitely keep an eye on it for sure. Yeah,
totally.
Super cool.
Yeah, and I think they've done some NFT sales in the past, so I'm sure they would get back into it in the future, especially for like super low mints or special mint numbers, publishing mirrors, things like that.
Big time, especially when the stuff catches on, for sure. I would see that happening. Yeah, super exciting. So another thing I want to point out for this baseball sale that was really, really crazy. Golden actually talked about who the winner was, and everyone thought it was somebody from Japan. It actually ended up being a company out in Taiwan, an investment firm.
No.
The investment firm bought the baseball for $4.392 million. And yeah, I mean, it was brilliant. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are trying to figure out why would they purchase this baseball? One, yeah, it's probably an investment, but also marketing. Spencer, you pointed that out, marketing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it pretty much, I mean, the way that I look at it, it's they now are known in the world as an investment firm, especially for people who are into collectibles, and even people who are not into collectibles, they're now a known firm that maybe didn't really have as much notoriety before. So for them, this is like marketing, like this got their name out on a global scale. So I bet that, over 10 years, they'll easily get enough business and earn enough profits off of their trading and all the stuff they do that they'll easily make it back, and then plus, the ball, holds value in and of itself. So,
and sure enough, we don't know if there's ever going to be a 60-60. It's very possible. Ohtani may beat his own record and be the only 50-50 and 60-60. But at the end of the day, there's a great story or a good reference story that the previous record sale was the Mark McGwire 70th home run baseball, which sold around $3 million. And that was purchased by none other than Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Now, when we tied Todd McFarlane on our content channel, it was super fun interviewing him. And he told us that story. What's really cool about that story is that the baseball actually isn't worth probably 25% of what he bought it for. It's probably worth $500,000 tops, maybe. I'm just speculating at this point. He'll never sell it. But he said it doesn't matter because he got more marketing out of that sale than he did ever what the ball was worth. He was going on Howard Stern and going on CBS and ABC and talking about the baseball sale, but also talking about McFarlane Toys. And it was insane marketing because everyone wanted to talk to him. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I thought that was a really cool story. So this makes so much sense. It makes so much sense when you hear about this. So wow, good for them. Congratulations. And congratulations to the guy who ended up getting the ball.
Yes.
Like, wow.
Good move on his part to know, like, oh no, I have to take this to like gold.
Yeah.
To turn $300,000 down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. You knew. Yeah. It was smart. It was very smart on his part. Yeah, and actually, there's a recent story. The game one of the World Series, Freddie Freeman hit a grand slam home run to win the game. It was a walk-off grand slam, and a 10-year-old boy ended up catching it. A 10-year-old boy ended up catching the ball, and actually, he didn't even know he was going to go to the game that day. His parents surprised him. He thought he was going to a dentist appointment.
Yeah.
There's a photo of him holding the ball. He's just in tears.
Like bawling his eyes
cool.
out.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. That'll be a tough one not to sell, to be honest. That would be probably a $100K plus ball. Especially if they win the World Series, which let's be honest, 3-0. I don't think anyone
at this point. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, it's inevitable at this point. Yeah, so cool. Elmo,
who's this guy?
Elmo dropped on VeVe Digital Collectibles the first appearance of Elmo and his Pet Rock, and this collection sold out almost within the hour. I think it was maybe faster than that. It was really impressive. I was really blown away how fast it sold out. And we put a bounty out for $1,500 for the 1980 mint. Somebody minted it. They ended up putting it up on auction, and it sold for $2,456.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Huge win. Huge win.
Yeah, it's incredible. Big congratulations to him. Yeah, this one, it definitely went further than our bounty, and congratulations to whoever ended up buying it. I think actually it went – who was it? I don't remember who it was. Yeah.
I can't remember
either. We have screenshots of it somewhere. But yeah, congratulations to the buyer and the seller. Yeah, super cool. What a cool collectible. Another record sale.
Oh, nice.
VeVe Fig Pins. Yeah, these were given out exclusively to VeVe Gold Silver logo holders at New York Comic Con. There's only 500 of them, and they were given directly to the logo holders, and there was a record sale for $1,000.
Was this on eBay or is it private?
No, this is a private sale. Actually, the cat's out of the bag now. It was actually Rudy and Tina ended up selling it.
Oh, really?
To remember the community, and big shout to him to letting us post about it too. Yeah, it was really cool that he gave us the opportunity to say who it was, because we're very respectful for the buyers and sellers. We don't want to post anything if they don't want us to, but if they're open to it, we won't post names if they're open to it. Yeah. We do it rarely. But if we do ever post anyone's name, it's because they gave us permission.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Big shout out to him. Congratulations. This is a really cool collectible. I am blown away by Figpins, by the way.
Yeah.
I had no idea about Figpins at all.
Yeah. So I had one, and I ended up selling it for $500, and I sold it to a Figpin collector who knew nothing about VeVe. And we talked on the phone for almost an hour. Because I told him, I said, do you know anything about VeVe? He said, no, I've never heard about it until this weekend. So we downloaded the app. He's already buying comics. Like, he's stoked about it. He's really excited about the Figpin digital and physical. Yeah, the digital space for Figpins is so smart. Super smart. Yeah, the KFC one especially was awesome because there was a really nice display case. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I forgot. I still don't believe
we're going crazy about those at Comic-Con.
And rightfully so, because that's just insane. I still can't believe we
Dude. Yeah. Yeah, recently somebody who they downloaded the app a few years ago, and they came back and they minted 3 of the KFC pins, and they got the #1 ultra rare, And they got the very last mint secret rare.
Wow. Damn.
That's why you always got to try. You got to create opportunities. I know it's like 1 in 100, 1 in 200.
Once in a while, it hits.
Sometimes 1 in 1,000, if not more. But someone's got to hit it. And you know what? There's a lot of opportunity out there. And if you hit it, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that number 1 would sell for. I mean, probably at least a few thousand, at least, I would think.
Yeah, worth a couple of chicken wings. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple chicken wings. How cool would that have you get number 1 mint, you get KFC for life.
KFC for life.
Yeah.
All the chicken you can eat. Oh, that'd be terrible. I would just do it for parties. I wouldn't even do it for the house. Just for parties, just catering.
Honestly,
you say that.
Kev, just KFC. Oh God, Sean's producing now. I guess another
I guess we're getting KFC once again. More chicken wings.
But yeah, it was been really fun. And I talked to another Fig Pin collector that's new to the app, and I explained to him about the digital space, and he got the cards and he started redeeming them. He's like, "Wait, so you're telling me these digitals are worth more than the physicals?" Like, yeah, holy! And it blew his mind. Mm-hmm. So he's minting them out, and we're talking about it. It's a great gateway to new collectors. Like the Fig Pin collectors are crazy. He taught me a lot that I didn't know about Fig Pins. The Grail is one of the big Grails is the number is a Mike Piazza. You guys, if you don't know Mike Piazza, he's a baseball player, played for the Dodgers, and he ended up with the Mets. And he's one of the best baseball players to play the game. And it's the first ever Fig Pin. Oh. And apparently they are super rare. They're almost impossible to find. And he paid thousands for his.
Crazy.
Yeah. So Fig Pins are a big deal. It's exciting. Yeah. I'm very excited to see what they continue to come out with. Man, it's going to be a beautiful and very fruitful relationship, I would imagine.
Seeing these sales, it makes it very tempting to want to sell mine, but also I don't know. I think I want to hold on to it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing too is, especially, I mean, we know how VeVe collectors are. They're going to want this thing.
Yeah.
But Fig Pin collectors, especially when they're already in love with Fig Pin, now when they start learning about VeVe digital collectibles and become fans and collectors on the app, they're going to want this like crazy.
I know. I think I'm going to hold it.
Yeah, I was laughing too because in the back of my head, I was like, "Why didn't they do a digital for this?" Well, they already did. That's the whole point, Sean. Yeah. Gosh, come on, Sean. Why'd you stick the next feed in time?
Do you not know how that works?
It was. Yeah, imagine spending $1,000 on a Fig Pin. I know, but it's not even that. I mean, I think the highest sale, one of the highest sales, is around $3,000 for my Piazza. Yeah, so
wow.
Sleeping, yo buddy, beer man,
Ed. What's going on, Ed?
How you doing?
Yeah. By the way, Ed, loving your content, dude. Your photos are hilarious. They crack me up all the time. So keep up that amazing work, dude. Yeah. His photos are fantastic. Funksta, what's up? What's up? Yo, Shane, what's up, man?
See you.
We were there in spirit, New York Comic Con. We missed you deeply. We're so excited to see you at the next event. This is a fun topic. I want to mention this. We did this a couple weeks ago. There's a poll that we posted, and it said, if you could own Amazing Fantasy 15 Common, mint number 1962, so it's a common. We know that the owner minted it, still has it to this day. Would you rather have that, which in many collectors' eyes is a one of one, or would you rather own an Amazing Fantasy 15 CGC 0.5 grade, which is the lowest grade? I mean, sometimes these are like the covers are torn off. You know, it's very beat up comic. It's the lowest grade. Which one would you choose? And it was neck and neck all the way through. I mean, look at the end results.
Yeah.
It's crazy how close it was. And there was
357 votes.
Over 350 votes. I wish I did it more than a day. I think we probably would have got a lot more votes.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to do at least 3 days for these for voting polls. But super cool to see how people put value on this. So if we were to presume this is the case, right, then that would put the AF-15 Common 1962 at least $12,000.
Yeah.
At minimum.
Yeah.
Because that's the value of a 0.5 grade right now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, which one would you rather have?
I'm just like the poll. I would go for the actual physical comic first. Like, it's just, there's something about that will always be to me that one unique little thing above.
Yeah.
The digital thing is just having that actual physical comic that was once made and loved and there in front of you. It will always have just that slight edge, just like this poll. I think this poll is perfect.
Yeah.
I think this perfectly encapsulates, like, yeah, the physical thing would be great to have, but if you can't get the physical, the next best thing is this, common, 1962.
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome to have as well. But yeah, I would go for the physical comic just a little bit more. Yeah.
What about you, Spencer?
I think I'd probably go for probably the 1962. If I had an opportunity to purchase it at the same price, I think I'd probably go for the digital, because I think I'd be able to buy the physical at some point later for not that much more. But I think there's a chance that the digital could become out of reach if assuming you're buying it at that same price point.
Yeah, it's tough because even the floors are significant. So a lot of times, and we've mentioned this in the past as well, when you look at Grail comics, always look at the floor and the ceiling. Like sometimes comics are worth $200, $300, $500,000 in their highest grade, but then on the floor you can get it for like a couple $100.
Yeah.
So AF-15, that's not the case. It's like a $12,000 comic. So the floor is always going to be very significant for a lot of collectors. That being said, 1962, I mean, these prices for these publishing mints have been really impressive, and people are viewing them as one of ones. Yeah. Really special. So, yeah, I definitely probably go with the 1962, which says a lot. I mean, I'm having a chance to own a physical comic, but to Spencer's point, I think it would probably exceed the floor. Even $12,000, I don't think it would sell. I think it would sell for much more than that right now if someone did want to sell it, if they want to sell it. Yeah. But it's tough. It's a tough one. It's a fun pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a bounty out. We're gonna dive in a little bit. Marvel is burning a lot of collectibles in the store. We're gonna dive deep into that. But we want to put out a few bounties because we are really excited and also sad / scared that these some special mints are going to be gone forever.
Yeah,
it is unfortunate. I don't think there's I don't think VeVe has a way of holding certain mints back that aren't minted yet. I don't think that's a possibility. So unfortunately, they're going to be gone. That's it. And this collectible is awesome. It's really cool. Juggernaut's amazing going. He's so sick. So we put a $2,000 bounty out for mint number 1965, which is the last mint number and also the first appearance year in X-Men 12. X-Men 12, yeah.
Double special.
Yeah. So this is the floor. We've definitely gotten counter bounties. We did for Elmo, which is really cool to see, and we encourage that. If people want to counter us and do a higher bounty, by all means, please do.
Yeah.
And if you get it and want to hold on to it, that's awesome too. But at least you know it's at least worth this.
Yeah.
Our bounties do have expiration dates, but this is what we have right now, and we hope that somebody mints it in time. And speaking of which, we just raised the bounty. We just raised the bounty for Fantastic 448, the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, 1966, the publishing year mint, and we have put a bounty out for $5,000. So if you end up getting this mint number before the 31st or by the 31st,
yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, I think it's the 31st, like 11:59 p.m. PST. So so if you mint it by then, you're able to, if you want to claim the bounty, we can do it. We're happy to buy it. Good luck, everybody. We really hope it gets minted.
Yeah.
We've raised the bounty on this one quite a few times.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Really want this.
We're budgeting things out. We're kind of like, hey, what are we gonna do? But we pick and choose things that we want to put bounties on, and this one is a really special comic, and we know that the clock is ticking, so we can't hold back on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, $5,000 is our bounty for this. So good luck, and we hope that somebody mints it.
Yeah.
So it's not lost forever. Some cool announcements. We got some cool collectibles dropping. The mythical Chupacabra is finally dropping after a couple years of not dropping. It's real. It's actually happening finally. Yeah, so this digital collectible is dropping on Halloween at 10 a.m. PST. What a cute little guy. I'm actually excited for this. It's 14 gems or $14, and there's 2,800 editions. So I have a feeling if you want to go after it, you're going to be able to get it. I think it will sell out just based on the prestige behind it. People have been wanting this for so long.
It's been for a long time.
Yeah, so I don't think I have a hard time getting it. I anticipate it'll probably hover around floor price, maybe a little higher after it sells out. But I'd be shocked if this thing doesn't sell out. Creep Show tombstones, Kevin.
Wow.
I know, Kevin. I was gonna text this to you, and I figured, no. We're gonna surprise him.
Do it live.
Kevin is a huge horror fan, and we're actually on Halloween. We're gonna do a top 10 movies that you've never heard of that you should definitely see.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about all the classic horror films that you should see, like Halloween and Kevin's favorite Blair Witch Project. We're just going to talk about.
Nobody's going to understand that joke.
We're going to talk about horror films that you probably have never heard of, but Kevin's favorites. And Kevin sent me the list, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've seen one of them.
Oh, really?
Maybe I gotta look again, but man, I don't think I have.
None of them.
I'm excited.
I definitely haven't seen any of them, but they're great, man. I was like, this is a cool list because I was
getting down to even a top 10 was hard. Like that was like I could make a 50 list easily.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I need to be excited about that one, and yeah, I'm excited for you to talk about this film. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really fun. So this drops also on Halloween. What a perfect time to display your digital collectibles on Halloween day. Oh man, on Halloween day. Yeah, okay. On Halloween day. This will be fun. My parents actually decorate for Halloween. They get all into it. So I'm definitely gonna be busting out the digital collectibles and some of the tombstones. What's really fun about this though, they have a cool burning mechanism for this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So they have 5 uncommons, and these are all the 5. I think all of them have edition number 766. So here are the 5, 4, 5. And here's the secret rare. This one only has 123 editions. Super cool. That's 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That's awesome. That one looks insane. Yeah. That's awesome. So this is the secret rare. However, if you have all 5 of the uncommons, you can craft them for a very exclusive secret rare of this one right here. So basically, you just got to get all 5. You can get them, and it says right here you can get them on the drop or in the marketplace.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So you can snipe in the marketplace, and then just basically, Dude, and that takes place at 9:30. So it's going to take place a little after 9 a.m. is the first drop, and then 9:30 is going to be the second one.
Wow.
So you got to be really on top of it. But if you are, you're going to be able to craft for an ultra exclusive secret rare tombstone, which is really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Kevin, are you a fan of Creepshow?
I mean, look, I know Creepshow more from the movie than the comic books, but I've read a few of the comic books when I was younger. They're really cool. The illustrations, as you can see, are just awesome.
Dude, these are super psychedelic.
Amazing. Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. Now, Creepshow is an old comic series, man. Came back, I think 50s, 60s, around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is going to be a fun drop for sure. So make sure to get involved in it. And I think it's only 15 gems. Yeah. 15 gems.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then, of course, Marvel Mighties. This drops on November 2nd. Also, crafting opportunity. We have Moon Knight. We have first appearance of Morbius. First appearance of Werewolf by Night. First appearance of Man-Thing, which was in Werewolf by Night, the movie, the series, or the movie. It was like the movie, right?
It's a movie.
Last movie. And then Elsa Bloodstone, first appearance. Mephisto. Secret rare. Mephisto secret rare, which is actually only 444 editions. I wish they made 666. That would have been kind of cool. Yeah. But I get it. They have to make exclusive. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, there's rumors that Sacha Baron Cohen might play him in the MCU, which would be very interesting.
Interesting.
And then also, of course, Ghost Rider. And the Ghost Rider is a crafting opportunity. You have to get the entire set. Yeah. Gotcha. So the way it works to be eligible for the craft, you'll need to hold the entire set, and the entire set will be burned. And it's only 111 editions.
That's super.
And it's interactive. That looks awesome. Man, the FOMO's kicking in for this one. Let me be honest. I'm really excited to see the animation. I hope they post it soon. I'm assuming the hair is going to be on fire and stuff. So it'll be fun. And then we have Disney. Nice transition to the holidays. Got a little Disney Finding Nemo collectibles drop. This is a series 1 drop. We have a cool diorama.
Nice.
Yeah.
The dioramas they've been doing have been cool.
Yeah, I like the diorama idea. The thing that you put
cool.
your like collectibles on. I love that.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah,
First
Crush.
appearance of Crush. I know, that's so cool. Then we have first appearance of Dory. And then we have the diver's helmet.
Interesting.
Cool.
And Nemo, which is only 99 editions.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's
yeah, Nemo, crazy scarce. This is not Nemo's first appearance. So
No,
if you're
that's
a fan
the
of-
golden or
that's the
not golden.
the 30th. Wait,
Yeah, the special edition.
the platinum. The platinum.
Yeah, platinum.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Nemo and you want a collectible, that's not going to cost probably hundreds of dollars. That'll be the route to go.
Yeah.
But still very cool, and I appreciate that made it pretty scarce.
Yeah.
And I think is there a crafting opportunity? No, there's no crafting opportunity for this one. But yeah,
Right.
that'll be fun. That's a fun one.
Love some Nemo.
Yeah, love Nemo.
So why the diver helmet instead of his dad?
Character, you know.
That doesn't make.
I guess it'll look cool in the diorama. That's probably why.
Every time I look at the total editions now, I just go, okay, what can we put a bounty out for? Do we want it? And the only one I could think of would be probably this one right here. Oh no, 2000. Oh, I wish they did 2003. That's when it came out. Oh, that's a miss. Dang it. Gee, dang it. That would have been awesome. Well, still very cool nonetheless. Burning is happening. Burning, man. This is going to be a
Burning Man is happening.
Burning Man is happening.
Burning Man is happening.
So VeVe announced that they are going to burn most of all the Marvel collectibles that are still in the store.
Mm-hmm.
11:59 p.m. PST on Halloween night. So this is your last chance, guys. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want an opportunity to get any of these collectibles in the store, do so now because they're going to be gone forever. Which brings us back to our bounties, of course. For Juggernaut, we have a bounty out for this one. The 1965 mint, which is the last mint number for the collection, and also the first appearance of Juggernaut in X-Men 12, which is also on VeVe. Super cool collectible. That looks awesome. It looks really good in AR too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With all the rocks and everything. Super cool. But yeah, the list is big. I mean, you got the symbiote, you got Thanos' copter, you got all these mighties. Yeah. the Professor X collectible too. This is another one that's really cool. Because this is a representation of X-Men, the X-Men animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Magneto.
Oh yeah.
You got the Scepter, and then all of these other comics.
Yeah.
All those comics. Yeah. Including Wolverine 1, some of the notable ones. And of course, you have Fantastic Four 48, which I was really surprised to see on that list.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would eventually sell out, but it's not. So that goes back to our bounty for, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We have a bounty for $2,000 that we mentioned for the Juggernaut, and then of course for Fantastic Four 48. Oh man,
it would have been hilarious if every time you clicked on tab, it started changing to random different places.
I really hope it gets minted. I mean, selfishly, I'd love to buy it, but at the end of the day, I just hope that it survives.
Sad for it to be lost forever.
Yeah, that's a we're happy to pay for it, but at the same time, we also hope that it just gets into the hands of a collector.
Yeah.
I just really, really want someone to own this thing, whether it's us or someone else. So that's another reason why we just bumped this bounty up as much as we did, because we just want it to survive. So we really hope that somebody out there gets it, whether you want to keep it or sell it to us or to somebody else. Just make sure you get it. Get it. Let's go, boys and ladies. Ladies and gents.
Let's start saying that now. Boys and ladies, how are you doing today?
Boys and ladies.
Boys and ladies.
Let's start into some of the questions now.
Yeah.
We'll start off with Stan the Man.
Stan.
Yeah, big shout out to Stan. Hey Stan, make sure to reach out to us on Twitter or email us. Yeah. We appreciate your contributions, and all your questions are fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, you can contact us through the website comicscrypto.io. Everything up there.
Yeah. Well,
Feel free to hit us up.
We'll definitely connect.
Yeah, this is a unique question.
Yeah, if someone wants to join Comics and Crypto team, how would they apply? We haven't really thought about branching out. There are some specific needs that we have, but if anyone's interested in joining the team, let us know, and we can kind of go from there. But yeah. I mean, we really haven't thought about branching out and opening up opportunities within Comics and Crypto. But yeah, if it seems like a good fit and people want to collaborate, yeah, let's definitely chat.
Feel free to reach out. Yeah, share your ideas, and yeah, if it's a good fit, definitely interested in and potentially moving forward with something. So
100%. Is it too risky for VeVe to drop Captain America #1? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not. I would be devastated if they don't drop Captain America Comics #1.
Well, I think the concern here is that, like, people are waiting for that because it's like one of the biggest grails that hasn't dropped yet. So, like, if it does drop, then there won't be that many big grails left to drop. Is
that where you're getting another question? I'm getting more because of the controversy of the cover.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because of the Nazi symbols and all of that, which they've actually edited for other things later, and it was a whole thing. Sure. So
that's probably the right
thing. Sorry, what was that, Sean?
Go ahead, Cam.
To me, it's a representation of that time and of that period, and showcasing how Captain America is going to kick their butt, Nazi butt. I mean, that's the whole point. It's not there to be glorification of what that symbol represents. It's the exact opposite. So I hope they understand that it's there to showcase that no, this is bad, and like Captain America represents that bad. Punch in the face, done.
He's literally punching Hitler in the face.
Yeah, he's literally punching Hitler in the face.
We have an issue with you.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of evil characters that do a lot of evil things in Marvel. Over the years. Yeah. So if that comic came out during World War II, it's a representation not just in pop culture history, but just history in general. Yeah. And I think it's probably one of the most significant comics ever. It's insanely scarce in physical format. There's less than 100 editions. There's 198 copy, which is crazy bananas to think about.
98?
There's a 98.
Wow.
I still think today that would sell for 8 digits in a bear market. I mean, I was astonished that Fantastic Four once only sold for a few million.
I know.
Congratulations to whoever bought that, because I remember talking to a lot of collectors this is before we even started our content channel, and they all agreed 8-digit comic.
Yeah.
10 million plus. And someone was able to get it to around $2 to $3 million in a recent auction, and it never sold publicly. Wow. So yeah, crazy. So that is probably the biggest grail yet that's going to drop, I would think, in terms of physical comics. Yeah, I mean, it's first appearance of Captain America, first appearance of Bucky Barnes, first appearance of Red Skull. It's a banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
Well, I guess maybe my misunderstanding could maybe lead to a different conversation, but like,
honestly,
do you think that maybe VeVe is waiting to drop it, for kind of that reason that, that there aren't that many, super high level Grail comics left to drop. So they're worried about, being able to keep a, consistent user base without having that.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a lot of really big, definitely big Golden Age comics in Marvel. I mean, you have a lot of like Namor, World War II covers, stuff like that. So I think there's still a lot more they can do. But in terms of, like the tippy top of the Grails, I mean, I think that's probably the last big banger for sure for Marvel in terms of Grails. I think they're holding off on that one for a bit.
Yeah.
I would be surprised to see it anywhere in the near future. Very similar to Action Comics 1 over on Uncanny Digital. We're not going to see that one probably for a while. They're probably going to want to have more people come onto the app. How does that comic not drop with all that face? Yeah, totally agree, Bill. 100% agree. Yeah, it's a matter of when, not if, in my humble opinion. No insider source. This is just my speculation into my end, but just a matter of when. Yeah, and I'm excited for it. Stack those gems for it. I know it's tough because we're seeing all these level 100 collectors, and you want to start stacking to get more points, and I get it. I'm feeling it too. But in terms of comic books, man, that's the. Yeah, I'm already in my head. I'm just trying to think about what we're gonna do for a bounty for that one.
I know, right? It's gonna be a big boy.
Lord, yeah.
Oh man,
you guys are gonna milk us for everything we got.
I may or may not have a kidney after that bounty. Yeah.
All of us. We all sell each one of our kidneys.
Yeah.
We pull
Yeah,
that
you
money
only need
together.
one, right?
Yeah. You only need one.
You need one.
Do I even need two? I don't think I need
Uh,
Sleeping, you're welcome to join. You know that. You know you will. But
yeah.
two.
Anytime.
I've heard this guy does know a little bit about comic books, so we'll
He
say
sure
that.
does.
I also wanted to. I saw a comment before that I wanted to highlight.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. From Digital Toys with Tommy. Apparently, there's a free drop going on DC Candy,
Really?
and I think also an MLB one as well. So
Very cool.
if any of you have not gone ahead and claimed that, go ahead and get your free collectible because
That's
why not?
awesome.
It's
Yeah,
free.
Shout out Digital Toys with Tommy. That's an awesome name.
Yeah. What up, Matthew? What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
Matthew.
And what's going on, Ben?
Ben, thanks for joining.
All right, let's get into another question. I think there we go. Another one from Stan the Man.
There have been several one-of-one artworks released on VeVe by notable comic artists. Has the panel issued an appraisal listing of the aforementioned things? So, an appraisal in terms of what's dropped already or what's potentially could drop.
I like probably more for like value.
Yeah, so we've been actually been organizing a list of all the one-of-one sales because they actually do show that sale history on the VeVe app. So you can go backtrack and look at all the one-of-ones and see what they sold for, which is super cool. And to my knowledge, I haven't looked at the list in a while, and I actually need to update it, but I don't think that one is sold under $3,000.
Okay,
which is incredible.
Pretty well, yeah.
They do very, very well, those one-on-one art pieces, especially Scotty Young. I think one of the highest were like $20,000-$30,000. I think the first one by Ron English, that one sold for $20 to $30K, I think, and that was by Dr. Profit. Big shout out to Dr. Profit.
Yeah,
yeah, that was a cool piece. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to come. There's so many more to come. So many one-on-ones, and that's the thing too. You got to be careful, especially if you're on a tight budget. You got to be careful on what you buy. If you're buying it as a collector, by all means. But if you're turning it as an investment, just be careful because there's going to be so many one-of-ones dropped in the app in the future.
I think really the artist is what's going to be so important for investment purposes when it comes to the one-of-ones. Having a significant, well-known, popular artist, that's what people are going to go after. So
comic, comic, yeah, yeah. And they've been doing also art pieces as well. So I'm excited to see what they continue to come out with. It's been fun. It's been really fun. What's the next collector's event the team will attend, and is there a scheduling of future events planned to close out the year? So I don't think that we're going to be going to any more events. Spencer says he might be going to Decon.
Maybe, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out if I can make it happen. But yeah.
We actually are going to be going potentially to San Francisco Fan Expo. That's end of November. That's still TBD at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be there at least for a day. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Actually, we're actually planning to get, let's see what we got here. Yeah. So I posted about this earlier. It's Army of Darkness screener, still sealed. Oh, yeah. Super cool. These are very rare. These were sent directly to distributors and retailers. And you see right there, not for resale. Don't even think of it.
Yeah. Don't even do it. Don't you do it.
So this is a very cool tape. Who's going to be there, Kev?
Oh, Mr. Bruce Campbell himself,
Bruce
sir.
Campbell, the star of Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, Ash, the man himself. Mr. Broomstick. Yeah, he's going to be there. Unfortunately, Sam Raimi was also supposed to be there. Second year in a row, he canceled.
Stop canceling, Sam.
Dude, yeah.
Come on, Sam. I want to meet you, Sam.
This is so cool. So this is a for your consideration DVD of Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back, it says right there, you have like the best picture, best actors and stuff. And it's still sealed. And yeah, I want Sam Raimi to sign it right there, but unfortunately, he decided to bail on us. Again,
able to sign that?
He's 100%.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's like 90% of the reason why I want to go. And I know you want to meet him too. Kevin has a really cool VHS of Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a lot. It's essentially the first. Yeah. It's one of the first prints of that tape, and it was sold in England, which was banned for a while, and it came back, and Yeah, crazy. So Kevin got a really good condition tape of it, which I know he's been going back and forth on whether or not he wants it.
I don't know what to do.
I think you should get that signed.
You think I should get
It's a really good transition to this question from Slider.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite horror VHS tape that you own or want to own? Ooh,
wow.
Man, I mean, I have my Evil Dead one, which I'm very happy and pleased with. I want to own. I would love to own an original, one of the few they ever actually officially made Night of the Living Dead VHS tapes, or even Betamax back in the day.
Super
We're
rare.
talking like early 70s or late 70s, early 80s. Very few were ever made, but yeah, I would love a first print of those.
Yeah, those sell for thousands. Those are very valuable tapes and very, very rare.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are really cool. Very cool. I don't know. I mean, in terms of horror, man, I'm really happy with this one. I've been wanting. I love Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
I love Sam Raimi. What am I missing here? I think probably. I know Kevin's not a fan, but I love the Blair Witch Project. I think I probably wanted to screen with that one more for sentimental reasons. It's nostalgic for me because I mean I was obsessed with the lore. I was going online, DSL, on DSL and looking up the.
Sean definitely believed it. He fell for it. That was good.
Dude, I did. I thought it was real. 100%, dude.
So real. They released it in theaters for you to watch.
Yeah, it was crazy. But the thing that was brilliant, the marketing. They had the entire lore of the Blair Witch online, and it was so well done. And then I saw the movie, and oh man, this is wild. But of course, it wasn't real. But that was kind of really one of the birth films of, horror in terms of horror reality, or like horror documentary. Found footage. Thank you. Found footage. There you go. Found footage.
Yeah. Wow. Like, and that's what I will say. I kind of do crap on, Blair Witch for a few things, but I will say, out of all the found footage movies, that is the best one. That really is. Like, still to this day, I haven't seen anyone do it as well as that. I just still think it's just kind of like, in terms of like content.
The problem is with a lot of the found footage films now, they focus more on the scares than they do about the characters and their journey.
Yeah. And
I will say Paranormal Activity was pretty good, the first one that came out. Yeah. But one that I saw recently, Kevin, I've talked about it a few times, and I was going to mention it on Thursday, is I think it's called Willow Creek. I'm pretty sure it's called Willow Creek. And it's directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
No way.
Yeah, it's a found footage.
Awesome.
It's a found footage film about a couple that go on a journey to Willow Creek. I think it's called Willow Creek, to find Bigfoot.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's right up your alley.
Dude, it's good, man. I was really impressed. Yeah, it was, super micro budget, but the actors were superb. And you just follow that emotional journey with them. I mean, they have conflict in their relationship, and you're just following. And I'm like, this is what's missing. You're missing just a good core characters in the story. And that's the problem with a lot of these found footage films now. It's just trying to scare you. It's just jumps and scares.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hope they transition back to that. So we'll see.
I would love to get a first print of The Shining. I think that would be super cool.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah. I'm not a big horror guy, but like that's definitely one of my favorites.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's pre-screener, so first print is the one to get for there.
Yeah. We actually did a road trip over the summer to Oregon, and we went to the place where they actually filmed The Shining.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
the house that it's, or the building or estate that it's inspired off of is in Colorado,
which I've been to also. Yeah. That's where Stephen King wrote it. Super cool.
Yeah. That's where I wanted to go there. I want to stay in that hotel room.
That hotel's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Yeah. But the hotel in Oregon was awesome too. And it's funny, behind the different desk, they'll let you like hold an axe, take a photo with it.
It was a real axe too.
It was a real axe, dude. What the hell? This is heavy, dude. This is real. Oh my god, it's a real axe. I thought it was gonna be a fake plastic axe. I don't know why they're handing out real axes to people.
I know. I was like, okay, thanks.
Probably should go in the opposite direction of that one, but here we are. Yeah, so by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Smash that like button. We don't say it enough.
Yeah.
So definitely, please slap it. Just slap that like button. Give a little slap. And ask us any questions. We're here to answer your questions. So definitely.
Three questions. Don't let Stan steal the show for all of us.
Yeah.
Although we appreciate it and we love you, Stan.
We do.
Oh my God, that ghost of Rothrind is laughing in the background.
I can hear it.
You can hear him down the street. Good God.
See, does Tarzan have any significance in the collector's world? Can the panel think of any reasons why there's a large number of Tarzan drops on VeVe?
Yeah, in terms of the comics that have dropped, the physical value really isn't there.
Yeah.
Now to say that Tarzan is not collectible within itself, I'm not going to say that. I just don't know enough about Tarzan. I'm sure there is a lot of collectability with Tarzan, but in terms of the comics that have dropped, we've just cross-referenced on GoGoLite, and there's not a lot of value there. But yeah, I mean, Tarzan's a cool character. We just picked up a for your consideration Tarzan screener.
Yes,
yeah, that was pretty sweet. I love the animated movie, man. It's great.
The cover is super cool, though. It's like a very like clean, simple like for your consideration cover. I really love it.
Yeah. The Slider says, I recommend not going to Salem if you're a witch. Just saying. So I guess Spencer and I passed the test. Kevin, you're next.
No, I'm screwed. I can't go to Salem now. I'm definitely a witch.
Warlock.
I'm a warlock. I'm sorry. Or my wizard. My warlock or my wizard?
I think you're a warlock.
I'd probably be a warlock.
So Matthew says the great thing about Figpin on VeVe transitioning. Well, that was hard. Transitioning back to Figpin. The great thing about Figpin on VeVe is most likely every first appearance of the character would be FE first edition and not burn the FA tag as the character. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So, if you want to get Spider-Man FE, point as a Figpin in digital format, that's a really good point. Interesting.
But it's not an NFT. It's not on the blockchain.
Well, I'm just saying hypothetically in the future, if they ever do drop Spider-Man, isn't it? Yeah. I really was impressed with the way they did. So with the heart logos, what they did is you buy the heart logo and they give you a redemption card. Oh, I think I got one right here. Where is it?
Close.
All right, I got it. There it is. It's there. I already redeemed it, so nice try, guys.
You redeemed it. That'd be great. Oh, wait, that's the one I didn't redeem. Oh, no.
Yeah, oh, no. Try. I don't know. Maybe I didn't redeem it. But yeah, it was cool. They give you a blue heart, give you the card, you redeem it for the digital. But in the KFC Fig Pins, it's actually all enclosed inside the case.
Oh,
so you pull it out, and then it has a redemption promo code inside.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very clean, very classy. I really am excited to see what else they're going to be dropping in the future. I anticipate this is going to be
for Burger King to come in.
Dude, we've been talking about this for 2 years now, 3 years. McDonald's like doing toys. Can you imagine if they dropped McDonald's toys?
Get the hamburger, hell yeah,
dude! People would go nuts. It'd be like the craze. Remember that when Rick and Morty just started selling the Szechuan sauce again?
Oh yeah,
how crazy it was! People were like lines out the door.
Oh, yeah.
I really think it's only a matter of when, not if, working with McDonald's. I think it's a very smart move.
They can tie in some like real world promos and stuff like that. If you own collectibles, you get discounts or things like that. Oh my gosh,
there's so much opportunity there. Yeah,
digital Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you buy Happy Meal, you get the digital. Man, people are gonna be buying like 50 Happy Meals and just tossing them just to get the digital collectible. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see the videos.
I want a digital version of those like Transformer McDonald's meals they used to have.
Yeah, I remember that's
fries, the box.
Burger. The burger. That was one of the first ones I remember. Is Transformers. Yeah, those are cool. There's a lot of collectability in there. My mom, man, that's one of the first things I started collecting. Because we used to go to McDonald's and just get toys. Like, he goes to the drive-thru. She's like, "Yeah, can I have all 4 of the collectibles?" No, we can't do that. I'll give you $20. Okay. My mom just throwing cash under the table. Here you go. Yeah, you got it.
I see where you learn your skills from.
Yeah. Yeah, she still has boxes of those collectibles. It's crazy.
Do the old ones have any value or?
It's interesting. There are I heard a podcast interview. This guy interviews collectors, and one of the most world-renowned McDonald's collectors. He collects a lot of mostly old antique stuff, which is very valuable, like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But the toys haven't really had their day yet. Yeah. It's crazy because all our toys are still in the original packaging.
Wow.
She has so I said, just hold on to it. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, it's super possible. But yeah, I mean, when Fidgetals come to McDonald's or Burger King or some fast food chain, it's going to be bananas. It's going to be absolute bananas. Do you think we'll see a glimpse of comics in the VeVe-verse promo on Friday? So VeVe will be doing a VeVe-verse promo on Friday. And yeah, I would hope so. I hope so. I hope we can start displaying our comics in the showroom, showing mint numbers. That's exciting, right? That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I mean, everybody's been asking for it for the longest time. So I think it'd be a bit of a miss if they didn't show that off. So
yeah,
fingers crossed.
Definitely. And we'll definitely be covering that one next week. And may or may not have a special guest on. We'll see. Yeah. So next week we'll definitely cover the VeVe-verse. So make sure to put that on the calendar. It'll probably be next Wednesday or Thursday. Any thoughts on how Cryptoys may change the landscape of blockchain platforms given their child-friendly approach to development? Spencer, what are your thoughts on this?
It's a great question. And shout out RKO Crypto. What's going on, man? Yeah, I mean, I think there are almost no platforms that are thinking about this. I mean, it's Cryptoys and Gamesodes are really the only two that I know of that are like really like focused on, you know, making sure that the platforms are, you know, not only like child friendly, but actually like, you know, child compliant, you know. And, you know, obviously we've seen Cryptoys has put a lot of thought about that and into their like hybrid, you know, marketplace system. So yeah, I think huge potential. And yeah, I'm excited just because, you know, I think there hasn't really been much opportunity for kids to get involved into the, you know, the blockchain and NFT space in a safe way. So I think it just opens up a whole new market. You know, and you know, when it comes to kids, a lot of times the kids aren't always necessarily the end consumer, it's the parents. So, you know, you get the kids excited about it, you know, with commercials and all that kind of stuff, and the parents will come in with their wallets. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, that having the token specifically for kids is a really cool idea.
Yeah,
that's gonna be really fun. I'm excited for that company. I think they do a phenomenal job. The leadership team is fantastic. Their collectibles are awesome. The unboxing experience is top notch.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Yeah,
it's so impressive. Yeah, so cool, man. The Disney one especially is a blast. It's really fun. I'm excited to see that on VeVe as well. I'm sure it'll come eventually. They'll have an unboxing experience because having it dropped and then it's very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
every drop needs an unboxing experience.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially when it's digital and you can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Even if it's just like a standard one that they use for all Marvel or like all for like, you know, you don't have to do like a unique one for every single comic, but like, you know, if there's like a Marvel Comics one and then a Collectibles one, yeah, that'd be super cool.
Yeah. Because that'll motivate us to do live streams and do unboxing experiences.
Totally.
That'll be super fun. Because we did it with Quick Toys. We've been doing it with Quick Toys.
Those were fun. So great.
Those are super fun. It's just hanging out with friends, you know, and unboxing. I mean, we see that all the time, right? We see the breakers, you know, for sports cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a really big content channel on Instagram called Backyard Breaks, and they're every day posting just opening packs and showing the huge hits that they have. Actually, we tweeted this out recently, but Topps Chrome released a Marvel box. You have 8 packs, 4 cards per pack. The boxes on eBay are selling for over $750.
Yeah.
Jesus.
$750. And some of the cards on eBay, I mean, so I looked at some of the biggest sales already, not graded. There are a lot of cards because they do numbered cards. And there's some to 5, like 1 of 5. They're selling for 15,000 plus.
Man.
Crazy.
And
also they hit a 1 of 1 today. And it was Hulk 181. It was the cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is funny because I think when they hit it, they didn't really know what they had. And they still don't even know if they know what Hulk 181 is.
Like,
they knew it was 1 of 1.
They're like, oh shit, 101. And then they lost it because they didn't know what a 101 is, right? but it was of the cover of Hulk 181.
Wow, that's pretty
dude,
good.
that's probably going to sell for 50 grand plus, easy.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that sale because I'm pretty sure they probably put on golden.
hey,
Yeah, it looked cool. Yeah, it looks cool. But my question is for you guys: when is this bubble going to burst? I mean, you're having it's modern cards after modern cards, artificial scarcity. They're doing a great job, by the way. Sports cards, especially capturing certain moments and making one-of-one cards with it. They did that with Ohtani for 50/50. They literally had an entire dedicated collection for Ohtani. It sold out, and they took like a piece of his glove, like the logo from his glove and his pants, and they're putting on a card, a one-of-one. I mean, it's gonna sell for thousands, tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it becomes unsustainable when at this point in time, it seems like there's enough enough supply for the demand. Like it seems like it's like there's a good fit there, but after a certain point, they're going to start overproducing, which is just like what happened in the 90s with a lot of cards, and it's I think it's bound to happen at some point, and the hobby's growing right now, and I think social media is really helping, and all the excitement around pack breaks and seeing all these sales and all the bounties, it's bringing new people into the space, but like that only happened up to a certain point. And then I think there's gonna be mass overproduction, and then there's gonna be a pretty big burst of the bubble. Yeah.
I think the sports card market is staying alive because people are heavily speculating on players.
Yeah.
So I think as long as sports is popular, it's going to continue to do well in sport. Yeah,
it makes sense because players come and they go. You get new ones that come in every couple of years. So it's something that can always change. Whereas some of these things, they won't ever change. It's just like that comic cover. It's like the Hulk 101. That's it.
Yeah,
it's with 81. So it's done.
Like Baker Mayfield. He's a quarterback for the Buccaneers. He's been kind of a journeyman. He played for Oklahoma, I think. Yeah, Oklahoma. And I watched him in college. The guy was good. Came to the NFL, did okay. And now he's kind of a journeyman. He's doing really well this year. Okay. But his rookie card, like National Treasures, which those packs are like $10,000, $20,000 a pack. It's crazy. And his one-of-one sold for over $100,000, actually more than the record sale for a Joe Montana Gem Mint 10 card, which is crazy. But you're looking at artificial scarcity, one-of-one versus, a Joe Montana. I don't know how many editions of Joe Montana or Gem Mint 10s. I'm sure there are probably quite a few. Yeah. So the market cap is way higher than Baker Mayfield, but the fact that it sold for more, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Speculation is a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing.
It is.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield out there in the football game. I don't know if I told you guys this, but he was throwing a Zen in on the sidelines. He literally pulled out a can. He wasn't even hiding it. Just put it in his mouth. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Nice.
Yeah, no shame. No shame. So funny. Shout out to VeVe Digital Collectibles. Thanks for joining. That's all.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, our Marvel burns are always sad, but also not sad. Thank you for the live stream.
Also sad, but also not sad. We're glad they're burning. They burn forever.
Comment of the night.
It's got to be my collectibles, I'm guessing.
What a comment. That was fantastic. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
It's bittersweet. I agree.
It is bittersweet. Because it's definitely going to reset the marketplace. I think big time. You're going to have, it's kind of starting from fresh. And also creates a lot of scarcity to a lot of the collectibles. So something we actually didn't really talk about was, some of the collectibles. So Juggernaut, for example, as of right now, there's 1,269 collectibles remaining. Yeah. And there's only a collection of 1965. So only 700 have sold. It's going to be a very scary.
Really
yeah, it's going to be very, very scary.
That's insane. I mean, the collectible is awesome. So I anticipate this will do very well over time. It's definitely worth it. Worth going for.
Yeah.
And Professor X. There's 2,666 editions and 1,690 are remaining.
Yeah, it's only about 1,000 have minted.
Yeah. Only about 1,000. That's wild. Yeah. Probably should have thought about a bounty for this one. I don't know if anyone has 1963 for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Same with Magneto.
Yeah.
Same thing, very close. 2,888, only 1,814.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So you have about 1,000 editions of this character, Magneto, 1,000 editions of Professor X, and 700 of Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Crazy. Especially for Magneto and Professor X, which are arguably the most popular X-Men characters.
Yeah.
In a first appearance of their character for 40 gems. Man, during the bull run, people would be like, this isn't coming true. This is impossible. You're not going to be able to get this.
Yeah.
But here we are. You know, this is definitely opportunity knocking, not financial advice, of course. But yeah, I think I'm going to definitely grab a couple. Yeah. Very cool. And then, of course, Fantastic Four 48.
Yep.
So there's, it doesn't say how many
are editions, 10,000, but it doesn't say
10,000. Last time I checked, it just went under 5,000. I was curious when you were left. So yeah, people have definitely been buying this comic.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the most significant keys by far. And I really hope, I hope somebody hits 1966.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope they do. Because that is a very, very, very special collectible.
Here we go. I think this is Stan's last question.
Ooh.
As collectors of the physical and digital space, how important will self-custody be for digital collectibles for the space or not? Spencer, why don't you start with this one?
Yeah, I think it's important for people to have a choice. I think not everybody wants to have the responsibility of having to take self-custody. It definitely is a ton of responsibility, and like I totally get that. Like I've had wallets hacked before. It sucks. Like it's the worst feeling ever. And it's if you have an option to secure that with somebody that is going to be able to keep it safe, and in the example of VeVe, if you think VeVe is a good custodian, or if you think Candy Digital is a good custodian, and you trust them, and you don't think that they're gonna run away with your assets, then I think it's a really safe option, and I think especially for more like mass adoption and bringing in new users who aren't familiar with blockchain and with doing self custody and managing their own wallet. I think it's a huge win. So I think it's really, really important for both.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Kev? What would you prefer to do?
I mean, I'm kind of in your boat a little bit more, Sean, in that, I'm not someone who knows much about self-custodian stuff when it comes to that. So to me, I would leave it on the platform that it came from, just because it's easier. I know where it came from. They're the ones who made it. If there's any issues, you can go back to them and do that. But if there's certain like collectibles that I just love and I just always want for myself, the special ones, I would like that option to be able to take them off and hold them onto like my MetaMask or some other place, some secure location, just in case like certain platforms go away. Like I had the Tom Brady thing from DraftKings that was signed that I can't have access to anymore. It's gone.
Oh no, you can pull that off the platform.
I tried.
Oh, you didn't do it in time?
I guess not.
Oh, no.
I didn't do it either.
Oh no.
Yeah. Nope. So
that's
gone now.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. But hey, that's I didn't know, and I didn't do it in time.
I didn't
that's
get an email
the risk you sometimes run.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Dr. Stuff. I'm pretty sure is the one who pointed that out to me. I forget, somebody in the community pointed that out to me, and I had absolutely no idea. And I made sure to get them pulled off.
They barely made an announcement about it.
That's a huge disappointment out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I definitely had a few that were on there that were really cool, and that's very disappointing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would presume that Disney and Marvel will be a lot more sensitive over the situation. Yeah. So I wouldn't really necessarily worry too much about VeVe for that reason alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Disney's literally dropping all of their IP on there along with Cryptoys. But, I mean, Disney is all over the VeVe app. I mean,
and also, even if Disney decided to stop releasing new collectibles, like they wouldn't like take away access to the old stuff. Those are already out there. You already own them, and VeVe as a platform is going to go away even if Disney drops. They still have hundreds of other IPs to deal with. So it's
man, I still can't get over that you can't actually that out or get them off. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Wow.
Well, yeah, maybe check and confirm just in case. But yeah, that is a bummer.
I literally had to go in and find like a special link to go back to where the marketplace used to be, and I saw my thing there, but it said you have no access. There's no way of getting things off there, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, maybe try reaching out to support. Send them an email.
That's true.
I mean, it's not like DraftKings as a company is shut down, so like
exactly,
there might be some recourse, whereas like with Recur, like they completely shut down. So like it's not like there's a company behind you could still provide support.
That's true.
It's probably somewhere. You can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
Such
imagine.
crap.
Yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, for me, I mean, I'm definitely with Kevin. I'm terrified of clicking a link and having all my stuff disappear. Like, I just don't even want to deal with that. I don't want to think about that. That being said, I understand the concern a lot of people have, not having full control of your assets. You can't trade them. You can't. That's the biggest thing for me. You can't trade them. That really, it does bother me sometimes, and I hope that they change that in the future. Even if they give access to certain people at certain levels, right? Like if you're at level 25 at MCP, then you can have an opportunity to trade. But they're gonna have to figure that out because they've been doing it on wax forever.
Mm-hmm.
They have significant IP on there. I know Disney's on there with Funkos. So yeah, I mean, they had definitely. I hope they figure it out in the future. I really hope they do because that'll be really cool. Being able to trade your collectibles for other collectibles. Yeah, because I've been thinking about that. There's like things I want, and being able to obviously searching is going to be a really big deal for for certain collectibles. Being able to make offers on the app, those are the kind of things that you can do in OpenSea. Can you trade on OpenSea, Spencer? I haven't really used OpenSea.
I don't know if you can trade directly on OpenSea, but there's other platforms you can do. There's like NFT Trader, I think is one of them.
Oh, okay, so they're like an escrow service.
Yeah. At this point, maybe OpenSea does. I'm not remembering, but whenever I've done trades in the past, especially if it's like I traded like my like Clone X that I minted, which was like a reptile, which is like one of the highest rarities for a lower rarity one plus some ETH. And I did that on and I think it was NFT Trader. I'm pretty sure that was the platform, but one of these external platforms where you can basically set up trades, and then it's all just done, directly, with smart contracts, and don't need a third party, essentially. So, so there definitely are ways to do it.
Yeah, and I do understand people are concerned about the whole laundering issue. I mean, it's obviously a serious concern, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to handle that. Spencer, you probably have more insight than I do on that stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know how it's going to get handled.
Yeah. I understand the concern. The space is so new; it's tough for Disney to get involved and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest concern is just like losing the royalties. I think that's the biggest concern. So if you move it off platform, then it's harder for them to enforce that, especially like on Ethereum. On mainnet, it's not enforceable at the contract level. It's enforceable at the marketplace level, and pretty much all the marketplaces have gotten to the point where they offer optional royalties, so you don't really have to pay it if you don't want to. So like I don't see Disney or Marvel wanting to get into a situation like that. But let's say VeVe's able to develop their own layer 3 chain that's like specifically made for licensors and made for collectibles, and is done in a way where all that stuff is enforced, but people are able to make their own platforms on that chain, and somebody could create their own marketplace or their own exchange or whatever, but make sure that it's enforced at the contract level. Then that's the only scenario that I see where you're going to be able to take custody of those assets, but it's going to have to be like on like probably a brand new chain that doesn't exist right now that has those capabilities.
Interesting. Yeah, so it's probably going to be a while for sure. But I do think that there's opportunity, especially for people above certain MCP levels. You give them additional perks. That also motivates people to that point.
Totally. Yeah.
You've earned that opportunity to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it plays out. But these I'm sure these discussions are happening within the company. I'm sure they're definitely talking about it. Steven has a question. I hope this is Kevin. I think this is a good one for you. I hope that VeVe drops a fully rigged character someday so you can pose and display the collectible.
Like an action figure.
That'll be interesting. Yeah. I mean, in order for that to happen, they have to have their own specific engine created for that. or at least have access to whatever engine they're using, which I believe is Unity at this point. That would be cool. I don't know how they'd implement that. That'd be a pretty tough one to do, but I do like that idea. It could also.
And then I think eventually, if they ever get to the point where there's gamification, where they're taking these NFTs and you can play them.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It could be something where it's more like the poses or something that are already predetermined, but you can have the hand predetermined to go here and here. They just have different like settings that you can have for each limb. Do something like that. So you might not have complete and free and total control, but you'll have to be able to have them in different poses.
Yeah, you might not be able to like make Captain America pick his own nose, but
exactly.
You can put his hand anywhere you want to. Otherwise, this
it really does come down to their gamification, though. If they really make that work, then you can do some cool stuff.
I anticipate if they ever did have the collectibles themselves be in the VeVe-verse, it'd probably be like a token, right? You'd probably have, like if you had a partner statue, you'd have like an access token, which would create the digital collectible in the VeVe-verse. So it's still have the mint number, but it's connected to kind of like, in a way, it's kind of an interesting analogy. It's Fanable. This what Fanable's doing. You have it vaulted in their vault, and they give you an NFT representing the physical item and it brings vault. And then you can sell, trade it, do what you want with it. That's interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to hear on Friday what they have in store.
Very curious about that.
It'll be a really fun discussion and breakdown. Maybe we'll just play the video and just walk through it and just talk about it. Yeah. If you want to see that, let us know. Get some ideas. Michael, appreciate you.
Michael.
Hey.
So Jason, what's up? Jason has a question. What is your criteria for selling high-end collectibles with Golden versus eBay? Advantages, disadvantages? Thanks, guys. Great question. Great question. Spencer, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on like the category. So like things like sports, sells exceptionally well on Golden. They have a huge market for that. A ton of collectors go to them specifically for that. So I think that's huge. Like they're maybe not as well known for comics, for example. Like I think Heritage, and like Comic Connect and some of these other platforms are probably a little bit bigger for that. I mean, I think like eBay is like the place that I go to like find deals. It's like a lot of times like the big auction houses, you get a lot of eyes on things, a lot of people going for them. Whereas eBay, sometimes certain collectibles slip through the cracks, and so you're more likely to be able to find something there. Selling it, it in the kind of like the same vein that it can be sometimes a crapshoot. And it can be that same way on really any auction house, whether it's eBay or whatever. eBay advantage is you can put it up for a set price, instead of putting it up for an auction if you want to make sure that you get a certain price or kind of have a certain reserve. But yeah, those are kind of my initial thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, so I definitely agree, and I think it depends on what you're selling. That's understanding the auction house as well. In terms of like comic books, I think Heritage probably definitely runs that really well. Hakes Auctions does a wonderful job for collectibles. They do a phenomenal job for
action figures.
Very much.
Sorry, specifically action figures do a phenomenal job. Golden is by far the best for sports cards or cards in general. Also, for sports memorabilia. The VHS market we've sold on multiple auction houses. I mean, they've it just depends on the collectible, right? The market's kind of questionable right now. It's hard to say. It can be amazing or it could be a total miss. And we've sold some stuff where like, that was very underwhelming and disappointing. That being said, we've seen some sales where what? We've seen a promo tape. It was of Nirvana. I think it was their what album was it? Was it
Nevermind.
Nevermind.
Yeah. And it was a CIB, which means it wasn't sealed, and it was graded by Rewind Grading, and it sold for $12,000. $12,000 for a cassette tape.
And I feel like music stuff does pretty well in Golden as well. Like the Taylor Swift CDs and things like that. Like those have sold really well.
Taylor Swift CDs have sold really well. Taylor Swift in general has done really well. I submitted a Taylor Swift world premiere ticket to her Eras tour. So they partner with PSA, and I sent the collectible to Golden. They're going to send it to PSA, get it graded, and then send it back to Golden to put up on auction. So when that auction eventually happens, I'll definitely let you guys know.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to grab a couple of those tickets, so I was like, let's test the waters out. Taylor Swift does really well. We'll see what happens. Yeah, world premiere tickets are doing pretty good. A friend of mine had a Harry Potter world premiere ticket, and he just sold his recently for $4,000.
Yeah.
So that's that's also impressive.
We beat him.
Yeah, yeah, we beat him. Yeah. So yeah, I think really at the end of the day, it depends on. There's two questions you got to ask yourself. One, what does that auction house? What can they also promise you? So if you have a really, really, really valuable item that they want, they can say we can guarantee you X amount of money to ensure, just to ensure that you are fulfilled in what you want.
Yeah.
And they can negotiate those things. Like Ken Golden's done that. I mean, he's talked about on the show. I'll promise you minimum $500,000, and then after that, obviously we're guaranteeing you're going to get at least $500,000.
Yeah,
and that's them double downing on their brand and knowing what it's going to sell for. But yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, if you're unsure, you're not post it on eBay, but post it at a price that you would be absolutely thrilled about. Yeah. We've done that as well. Yeah. We've posted a couple things. We posted we have a lot of things on our Comics and Crypto eBay account, and a lot of the prices are really high. Do we think those prices are realistic right now? Probably not. But that being said, we know the value of what they could be in the future, and we don't want to set the standards low because we know how rare they are. Mm-hmm. So, for example, like we talked about this so many times, the library copy for Star Wars, predates the first commercial print. You can only get them at rental shops. And we posted an 8.5 grade, posted up for $2,000. It was on eBay for 6 months at least. And it was $2,000 or best offer for I think it was minimum was $1,000. And it sold for $2,000. The guy didn't even put an offer in it. He just bought it. Okay, let's go.
Thanks, bud.
Awesome. Because I remember seeing that. I got an email that said, your item sold. I mean, what the hell?
What sold?
We're asking for ridiculous prices on those things. So, I mean, and that to this day is the highest reported public sale for that tape, which is incredibly validating.
Yeah. It's the same thing for our Harry Potter world premiere ticket. We had that listed for $10,000 and we ended up settling at $5,000,
Mm-hmm.
So
which was 5x from where we bought it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
throw it up and see what offers people give you. It'll give you an idea of what people are willing to pay for something.
Yeah. It's important to test the market.
Yeah.
Test the market. Because at the end of the day, especially if you have something rare, people may not know it exists.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure they know it exists. And by doing that, it's going to sit on eBay. There's no platform that you can go to kind of search for certain things because especially if it's not graded, it's really hard to find.
Yeah.
So,
but you might put it up on eBay. Somebody sees it and it's like something they really want, but it's totally out of their price range. And then they save up for 6 months and then they realize that it's still on eBay and then they buy it. You never know. So,
yeah. Like we've gotten offers on our Academy screeners for Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. We have one graded up one right now. We actually just purchased our 5th copy. One popped up. This guy's been posting amazing Academy screeners, and we went ham on it. But we've been lucky. We purchased some of those copies for $40, $100, and this one. But we know the value of those Academy screeners and how special they are, specifically with Return of the King, which is arguably probably one of the best films in the Academy of all time. I mean, it's tied for 11 Oscars with Ben-Hur and Titanic, except it's the only film to ever sweep the Oscars. It went a clean 11 for 11, which is just insane. So we understand in terms of value and brand, Lord of the Rings is incredibly popular. Everyone loves it. We love it. So that's the beautiful thing too, right? We personally love these collectibles. We usually invest in things that we love. Very rarely we invest in things that we aren't attracted to.
Yeah.
It was very hard for us to sell that Harry Potter ticket.
Super hard.
It was very, very difficult. It was a very cool ticket. And Spencer and I talked about it. We talked about it for maybe a day. We went back and forth. But we decided ultimately it's probably the right move. One, because it's going to help people understand the value of where the stuff's going. And two, if we have an opportunity to snipe one in the future at a lower price, we did great, right? We sold one for $5,000. Maybe we could get back in at $3,000. There's $2,000 profit. So, I've come to realize, especially in the physical collectibles market, sometimes you see something, you're like, I'm never going to see that again. You're going to probably see it again. Almost the Babe Ruth used jersey from his called shot. So I mean, like,
especially when it comes to sealed media.
Yeah. I mean, like the Lord of the Rings. Keep going back to that. Pull it out. There it is. We've been able to get it signed by multiple people, but this tape is by far probably the biggest grail when it comes to Academy screeners. And double tape, pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but it's still sealed. We have had this signed by all 4 of the Hobbits, Andy Serkis, John Rhys Davies, and recently Orlando Bloom, which was really fun because David Yu actually came with us to the signing. And he stood in line with us, and it was a blast. Yeah. Oh, we didn't tell you that? Oh, yeah, dude. He stood in line with us. It was great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he really wanted to meet Orlando Bloom because he's from New Zealand. Lord of the Rings is a special place in his heart. So, yeah, that was a fun experience. It was really fun. Yeah. So that tape, I mean, there was probably less than 6,000 produced based on the numbers. We've seen how many Academy voters were in 2004. I think it was around 5,800, somewhere around there. Don't hold me to the number. But presume 6,000 copies were made. I think even less were made because not every single Academy voter would probably get for Best Picture. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we thought when we first saw it, this is our only opportunity we're going to get. We've been able to buy 4 or 5 more since.
Yeah.
And there probably are more out there.
But I only know of a couple other ones.
I presume, but this is very important to say this. In 3 years, we've seen like 4 or 5, and we've been able to get most of them, if not all of them. Yeah. And the thing is, too, keep in mind, back in 2004, when there wasn't streaming, Blockbuster was still thriving. People were excited to watch movies. You tell me I can go watch Return of the King at home?
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this thing up. I'm not gonna keep this sealed. So to find these sealed is probably very, very difficult, and it has been. So anytime that we see one, we'll jump on it.
I mean, I very, very rarely see CIB ones too.
Yeah. There's a couple on eBay right now.
Yeah.
But they're asking quite a bit for it, more than what we paid for the sealed.
More than what we paid for a sealed one. Yeah. So. Yeah, but those CIBs though would definitely be good investments. Not a financial advice, but if you can talk them down to a reasonable price, those are even CIB. That's like a really good piece to own in your collection if you're looking to get into VHS.
Yeah. Last thing, you definitely look at like the video game market, and that's what we've been referencing in terms of like pop culture, films, and video games. We look at the values of where these video games have gone. Could they reach those numbers? Maybe. It's just really going to depend on a lot of things. But referencing the video game market, the games during the peak of the bull run, they were selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and it's held its value really well. And now the CIB, which means complete in box, unsealed games are selling for tens of thousands of dollars because the sealed copies are so hard to find and so rare that now people are going to CIB. Yeah. Even this year, one of the most impressive sales I've ever seen. It was a Zelda NES game, the first Zelda game, just the box by itself. Yeah. There's nothing else inside. Graded by CGC, it's a box only on the CGC label. Sold for $7,500. Yeah. It was a 9.4 grade, which is a really high grade. But the fact that it's just the box, I mean,
that's crazy.
Who would have thought of that? Who would think that would be valuable?
Yeah.
So could the CIB market be valuable?
When people get priced out of the higher level collectibles like the sealed stuff, they go down to CIB. It's the same thing as comic books. When you get priced out of a 9.8 or like an 8.0 for a significant comic, you might go down to a 5.0 or whatever. If you still want to be involved in that IP and that's something that's really nostalgic to you and something you really connect with and you want to collect it, then you're going to get your hands on it at whatever price point you can get it at. Yeah. So. Yeah, inevitably it's just gonna kind of cycle down to the CIBs once kind of all the sealed ones are out of reach for people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm curious though as to how many times maybe some of those were done because someone misunderstood what it was. Like they maybe didn't know that it was just the box, and they were just so excited they went like, "Oh, I can get a sealed or a high grade copy of Zelda for 7,000," but then
I originally thought that, and then I talked to a lot of people, and they're like, "No, they know."
Really?
They 100% know. Yeah, a lot of those auctions too, they're on there for weeks. It's not like you're up and it's like 2 days later. It can be quick. No, they're on for weeks, sometimes a month, if not longer. So, yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure there have been mistakes in the past for sure, but I think I'm pretty confident based on my conversations that majority of people know what they're buying. Now, do they know that it's not a first print? Things like that, and that's hard to say, especially for VHS, especially for VHS tapes. Yeah, we've seen some like later print Star Wars sell for like $20,000. I'm like, and that's because people had never seen a first print up until that point, which is crazy. Yes, it may not exist, but sure enough, it does. That's why you got to be really careful, especially for the older stuff.
Yeah,
which is why again we love these Academy screeners or promo tapes because they're just true variants. With
you know what you're getting.
You know you're getting. You don't have to worry about it whether it's a first print or not. It's Academy screener. It was sent out to the Academy. Or for
the worst thing you got to worry about is it being resale. You know,
yeah, we're actually in the process of a situation where we bought a first print beta of Superman for $2,500, and that tape is sold as high as $50,000. So it was right before it was in June. We bought this tape, and we took it directly to CGC to get it graded. Big shout out to Kenneth and Paul, the CGC team. They're awesome guys.
San Diego Comic-Con.
At San Diego Comic-Con. And he pulled out his microplay us. It was like looking at it like this. He's like, yeah, I'm going to have to run it through the machine, but we're 50-50 boys. Yeah. And sure enough, it came back it resealed. They said they couldn't grade it. Yeah. So then we contacted our credit card company. Unfortunately, eBay, they said, we can't help you. You're past the 60-day window, so we can't help you. But you can contact your credit card company. So make sure if you ever buy a collectible, buy with your credit card company and find out what like the length of time in terms of fraudulent cases can go. So mine was, I think, 90 days. So I knew that was the case. I knew we'd get it back within 90 days because we just bought it. We'd go to San Diego, get it graded, get back in 4 weeks, and we could find out and then dispute it if it comes back resealed. Sure enough, that's what happened. So now we organized all the evidence. And it's really unfortunate, too, because of the seller. I know it wasn't foul play.
No, I think he thought he had a legit sealed tape. Yeah.
A lot of these tapes were resealed like 20 years ago, you know, and he was like, I'm down to refund it, but I mean, we don't really have a middleman here.
eBay was basically, we were going to lose all this money on fees and taxes. And like we were going to lose like probably like, I don't know, like 20 or 30%. Like it was like, it was a substantial
$100. So
yeah.
So it's an unfortunate situation. Hopefully it's going to get resolved soon, and we'll keep you posted once it does. But just keep that in mind. Those are some really important tips in terms of and if you buy something expensive, make sure you get it graded right away for that reason. Because if it comes back that it is fraudulent, which we have, or not fraudulent, sorry, resealed. We've had VHS tapes as well that have been resealed. We had a Back to the Future 2 screener that was signed by the entire cast. We spent about $400 on it.
Yeah,
we were so excited. And the crazy thing was that was actually from a distributor. And he said, I got that directly from, and this guy, he's like 80 years old.
Yeah.
Like he didn't reseal it himself.
Yeah.
He sells screeners online, and he's actually a well-known, he's in the Bluegrass Hall of Fame. You can look him up online. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I talked to him on the phone a few times, and he's like, I don't know what to say. I got that from Universal. He's actually one of the first distributors in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So that one I'm a little like, I don't know. Maybe we try to get that one graded again. I don't know. Get some eyes on it.
I've showed some other eyes on it, and they said,
they also thought it was a resale.
But distributors would do that too. They would resell it themselves. Yeah. And that's why I was talking to Rewind about it. And by the way, that's why big shouts to all these grading companies, specifically Rewind, Beckett, CGC. They're not favoring anyone, guys. Like we've been turned down on tapes from CGC, from Rewind. I've gotten turned down twice. We actually have a signed Kevin Eastman tape somewhere here that they said no, we can't. That's a resale.
Wait, really? I didn't know one of the one of the
tapes that we got. Yeah, it was the the Killer Pizza animated tape.
Oh, okay.
It was like in a package for like $60, so it wasn't a big deal.
Not a big deal, but I didn't realize it was a resale.
Yeah. Interesting. And we'll probably repost it and we'll probably post it for sale. I mean, it's still a cool tape.
And we'll obviously let people know that it is a resale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah,
and it's still a cool thing, you know. It's still it's Kevin Eastman, you know.
100%. Around the panel, budget is $2,500. What category are you hitting on eBay right now? So this is a cool opportunity. You can actually diversify. I would look at some modern prints, get some really high graded copies of like Jurassic Park. You can get those for like $20. There's a lot of them out there, but I think the highest grades are going to crush because it's Jurassic Park. And it's very easy to identify the first prints. You have the Academy sticker and the Jello sticker on it. And there's some watermarks as well. And those are the two key ingredients. You can get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tapes with the Pizza Hut sticker. There you go.
Those sell for usually around like $100 or so.
Oh, that one's signed by Kevin Eastman. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
You forget to get that one graded?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like 5 of those in that room somewhere, just hidden around.
But modern, so there's a couple modern tapes you can get for very low cost right now. And then you can look at some Academy screeners as well.
Yeah. I mean, set like a save search for like, sealed Academy screeners or sealed FYC, for your consideration tapes. Really good ways. Like if you have the save searches and you get push notifications whenever new stuff gets posted, then you can be pretty quick to look at and see what gets posted and snipe some good deals on things. But there's also, definitely some like kind of like quote unquote Grail tapes that are already graded that are up there for, pretty decent prices. But if it's something that you really care about, it could be worth investing in something like that.
Here's a perfect example. So this is this is a first print of Back to the Future, but it's CIB. But what's really cool about it is that for some reason they decided to keep the plastic on, and it still has the Scotch sticker on it. Like this is a true first print. It's got the wraparound watermarks. This tape is sold for as high as $80,000, and it was owned by Thomas F. Wilson. But on average, it sells for around, I think now probably around 10,000. There's only 10 known sealed first print tapes in existence right now. I'm sure more will pop up in the future, but we were able to get this signed by Michael J. Fox, which is really, really cool. Got a little JSA sticker right there. Booyah for authenticity. So when CGC eventually does their yellow labels, which we are so thrilled about, it's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. When they eventually do drop those yellow labels, very similar to what you see on comic books, they'll be there for the home media as well. It is going to look fantastic. Yeah, it's going to look really good. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What you got, Spencer? You showing us something?
No, I was checking. I wasn't sure if this tape was a first print. It's not a first print. It's a second print. Yeah.
Well, guys, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah. Very fun. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. Make sure to get involved in our giveaway.
Yes.
Yes. We partner with 24/7 Comics, Canadian Digital, Elite Comics 11, and VeVe to give away over $1,000 in prizes, signed comic books from Jim Lee, digital collectibles, and an Evermind #1 9.8 comic. So make sure to get involved in that giveaway. You can do so by following the link down below, or you go to our Twitter account, which is pinned to the top. I didn't expired. It's pinned to the top, right at the top. And also, remember, we have a bounty out, guys. So make sure to let us know if you hit 1965. We have 2 bounties out. 1965. You have until 11:59 p.m. PST on Halloween night.
Yeah.
To hit this collectible, or it's gone forever.
Yep.
And also, we bumped up our bounty for this one to $5,000. 1966 mint number. If you land this, please let us know. We'd love to buy it.
We'll pay you.
We just really, at the end of the day, hope it still exists after Halloween. Yeah.
And then one final plug. If you are not already signed up for our newsletter, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. We have our 25th newsletter edition coming out, not this Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards. We're doing some special stuff for that. So we're really, really, really excited about that. We're going to be doing some kind of recaps of all the things that we've done in the newsletter, over the last, I guess 9 months, 10 months. It's been really fun putting together, but yes, in general, it's a really good update about the collectible space, what's happened in the last couple of weeks, recent sales, upcoming auctions. We do exclusive giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not already subscribed, give it a subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube and you're coming to us through Twitter, would definitely appreciate you giving us a subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get to whatever 10,000.
10,000. We need to get to 10,000.
Really
subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and encourage your friends to do so. It's so much fun when you guys
we really appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, we'll see y'all next week, and hopefully we'll talk about the VeVe-verse.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Kevin's going to be a very harsh critic, so
I am. I probably. I am high. I have high expectations.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes.
Love you.
Bye.
Did you end